speak啦。
恭喜發財！新年，今日其實係年初二 ，yes。咁啊嘅朝早，而家去拜年，一個小團拜咁雞啦，大家當然唔係太多人啦。咁就我朋友生個 BB 嘅時候，未有機會見過。另外一個 friend 又走啦，即係我又走，佢又走。個故事我陣間再要喺度詳細講下先。So anyway，I'm in a rush， 趕住去拜年。咁啊，陣間再講下先。
Let's take a walk, 'cause we're not getting any sleep tonight.
琴日太晏，最後我都冇再錄到。哇！翻到屋企好攰啦，已經And then FaceTime 完，我太太我仔咁，跟住好攰啦。琴日初二，今日初三啦，初三赤口嗌交日。咁咧，琴日我就去咗個朋友度拜年，sort of 團拜。其實我哋裏邊幾個 family，OK，but 即係not a big family， 一個 friend 又啱生咗小朋友冇耐，第一個小朋友咁，跟住另外一對 couple 就個仔細我個仔少少啦，即係咁跟住又 pregnant 個太太，咁跟住另外一個 friend 就其實同我 case similar， 其實舊年都係。一早就個老婆去咗台灣，同埋個女，個女老細我個仔，咁嗰時都係想避開個疫情。咁但係佢太太唔係台灣人嚟嘅 ，OK 冇 passport 嘅，只不過過咗去嗰邊。咁其實諗住因為嗰邊有 friend， 咁啊去嗰邊即係 chill 住先啦，避開呢個virus 再睇下點樣再算，咁過下，咁你知後尾就 shut down border 台灣，咁所以順理成章，其實佢個 case 喺嗰邊就係佢亦都冇得喐啦，咁變咗就俾佢度 renew 個 travel visa，所以一到紐約嗰度。咁所以咧，個老公同我 case 差唔多，就好耐都冇見個老婆，冇見個仔女。咁不過佢好啲，佢就喺啱年尾咧就過咗去Christmas 過咗去，跟住 New Year 翻嚟年頭翻嚟，so at least they could spend time together for Christmas and stuff。係啦，因為佢 apply for 一個 business trip。因為台灣呢個 case 咧，就係可能有啲朋友都知啩，係嘛？咁除非你係台灣人，如果唔係你一係就 for business， 咁你要 prove，of course you have to prove your business plans 咁嘅嘢，跟住就俾你過去咁樣。咁佢嗰時就搞咗一樣嘢，咁就過咗去。所以我呢幾家人個 case 咧就係點樣咧？啱 pregnant 嗰個太太嗰兩公婆其實 leaving for Taiwan too。In March， 個太太其實因為台灣人嚟嘅，咁所以佢哋都 plan 好晒，咁買到機票啦，咁就3月都走啦。另外個老婆喺台灣，同個女喺台灣嗰個翻咗嚟之後，而家其實佢好迫切就要 settle 咗香港，即搞掂香港個 business， 跟住佢都會飛過去台灣團聚，咁都會 stay 嗰邊㗎啦。唔知佢哋會 apply for 嗰個真係 PR 定係留意先，因為我知道佢哋最後都係想喺澳洲嘅都係，因為我朋友係 Canadian， so Commonwealth 國家咧咁可以 switch 個passport like something like that， 佢哋可以 stay long even with the traveling visa，I think they can stay for a year。1年之後跟住出去翻嚟或者點樣嘅，咁所以佢哋可能最後 總站就喺 Perth。仲有一對 couple， 即係我哋拜年掛喺屋嗰個 couple 啦。即係啱生小朋友冇耐個咧，就都 plan 緊想走。The Canadian too。但係唔知會唔會加拿大定係未有好落實嘅 plan 佢哋，我就知道。但佢哋想走就唔係好關咩因素，唔係因為香港近呢2年嘅因素定點樣？反而佢哋係因為其實佢哋都 plan， 即係都想喐咗好耐，因為佢哋覺得佢哋自己個 lifestyle 同香港嘅 lifestyle 唔係好夾，佢覺得即係佢想 chill 啲，唔想咁緊張，舒服啲，即係咁樣。所以我就下個禮拜 ，no actually 呢個禮拜呢個禮拜就走。咁所以我哋諗啊，因為琴日見到面大家，原來好快各散東西，屌真係冇諗過一次嘅見面，and 係 OK I'm leaving next week, you're leaving in March, you know, or you're leaving in July。下次見面唔知幾時，不過 of course 我哋當然係唔會影響個友誼啦，係咪？即係朋友，永遠就係朋友啦。大家明白嘅係咪？咁而家好啲啦，當然而家個老土啲講都係容許到你 FaceTime free, right? Internet phone call free， 起碼易啲聯絡。所以琴日 and then we had a great chat， 傾偈傾話都上晝一早去到都傾到好晏3點幾，跟住我就去咗另外 friend 度。再去另外 friend 度拜年食飯，跟住翻屋企就同個仔 spend time， 就係即係講故仔俾佢聽咁嗰啲嘢。咁咧晏晝又傾偈啦，咁傾自不然咧，即係我唔知，譬如大家有冇小朋友嘅喺度睇緊我，傾咗好多關於小朋友嘅嘢，例如點樣教育小朋友。我唔知大家有冇興趣去聽下，或者大家去 share 下喺呢度可能我覺得依屌都可以整一個係可能整一段片係大家 share 下個心得啊！即係我講我諗嘢未必啱，但係我就幾中意去 study 呢樣嘢啊！我覺得小朋友好重要，即係對，即係由自細個培養點樣影響佢將來。非常非常重要，咁我就好多 study 呢樣去思考呢樣嘢。唔知啱唔啱，不過我覺得幾 interesting。我諗如果大家有興趣，即係我諗我錄一個都冇所謂啊！大家聽下咯，睇下研究下，睇下有咩你嘅諗法。Right， so 今日我就冇咩特別。今日 chill 啲，本來要俾埋我隻狗嘅狗牌我個朋友，因為擺低俾佢，因為佢幫我 look after my dog before my dog can fly to Australia。因為我要等佢睇下佢今日得唔得先 WhatsApp 咗佢，咁如果得我就可能俾埋嗰啲 all the documents and shit 俾佢，咁跟住